Hello everybody and welcome to my video today. We are back with a Project Life Thursday video where I am sharing weekly with you how I do my Project Life album from start to finish. And you are looking at an older album right now and we are doing something a little bit different today. I have my albums out from 2012 through last year. Okay. And I'm going to show you some things and talk about a feature that I do in my Project Life album. I've done this every year since 2012. So I looked in my 2011 album and I did not have this done in 2011. So it seems like I started this tradition in my album when we moved into this house. So I have them all out and I want to show you every year that I've done what I call stories of home in my album. So this is the, it's hard to have them all out because they take up so much space, but I'm going to try here to show you. And I will have photos. I'll try to get photos of these, on my blog post, which I am back to posting on my website. So I'll try to have photos of this. So first, what is Stories of Home? So years ago, I started Project Lifestyle this year. And I think that is why this is the first year that I did Stories of Home. So this is the first year, this album, which is 2012, is the first year that I did a Project Lifestyle album where I did pocketed pages instead of traditional pages. And I was doing it by the week then, and you can see I was just using the core kit. It was a very new product at the time. It hadn't been on the market very long. And you can see I was using core kits, and then I was doing the week. So I was doing each week was a full spread. I was using a lot of different pocketed style page protectors. So I saw this idea. I think I probably saw it like on Pinterest, or I don't even know, was Pinterest around back in, like, I think it was probably the start of Pinterest. I don't go on that site very much, but I obviously saw this online somewhere where the original one I did, which I cannot find anymore, was a woman who did, it was a design. This is a design A page protector where you have two 4x6s and then you have 3x4s in the middle. And she had a picture of each of the rooms in her house and it went across two layouts. And then down the middle, she had like living room, kitchen, bedroom, laundry room, you know, on and on and on. And then she had a description of each of the rooms. And I thought it was the coolest thing. And I thought, wouldn't it be so cool? I had this vision then to have this in every Project Life album, to do it once a year and then to be able to look back. And I'm telling you, as I pulled my albums out and I looked at them, I was so excited to see the difference in our house and our home. And, you know, if you move, seeing different ones, like in 2010, 2011, we weren't even in this house. So it just is this fun thing that I've done. And I feel like it's even more exciting now, so many years in. And now I definitely do a lot more. You're going to see how this progressed. So for the very first year, I just did this one spread. So I had the living room, a couple pictures of the living room, and I think this is the girls' bedroom. And then I don't think there's any other photos of like just the house. I think that is all of it. And then I did this, I think this was like a sticker or something that I put on here, and it shows our house. And I love that. There's not very many photos here. When we first moved into this house, the first year we lived here, we didn't even have a stove. So the kitchen looked very different. And so it's fun to see. So this was the very first year, and I started calling it Stories of Home, is what I ended up calling it. And now within my membership group, every year we do Stories of Home. We normally do it in like March, April. So all of the albums that you're going to see are going to be, this is going to be featured in March or April. It's usually the time of the year that I do it. This year I'm doing it this month in September. So that's why I'm talking about it. And you can see in my album, you're gonna see lots of places where I have sticky notes where I ended up not completing it. My Project Life albums are far from perfect. Okay, so next we have this one here. So that one was 2013. So I guess I don't have one for 2012 or 2011. I'm looking at my albums. 2012 might be tucked somewhere else in here. So this one is 2014, and the one I just showed you was 2013. Okay, so here's the house tour for 2014. Living room, kitchen, and then over here is the laundry room, our bathroom, and then I think this was supposed to be our bedroom, and then this is the girls' room. And so you can see that I just did living room, laundry room. I didn't even finish the journaling. So that's the other thing I just want to share with you guys. I know that I'm putting these albums out here every single, you know, week or each month. You're seeing them, and I definitely have a better routine now than I did here. So these few years, 2012, 13, 14, our life was really crazy. We had really little kids. Violet had just been diagnosed with autism. I was changing, instead of doing traditional pages, I was doing this pocketed style. And it took me a couple years to figure out a good routine and figure out how to make everything work. This is also back when I was doing weekly documenting. So instead of doing a monthly spread, I would do weekly. And so each week is like, that's week 8. So for week 8, I did the stories of home and the house tour. And then like the next page is, you know, the next week, like week 9. So this started being more of what I would do, where I would do a 2-page spread and make a very dedicated space to it. Like I would pick a week and then that would be what I would document that week. I really love the way that this looks. You can see I just used the same, you know, whatever paper I was using, that's what I used. So that was 2014. Next, I have 2015. I think what I'm going to do is put another album here so that it's angled a little bit so there's not so much of a glare. Yeah, I think that works. Okay, so now you can see this is 2015. We have stories of home right here on this side. And so I did an insert. So this is this week, whichever week this would have been. And then I did an insert. So this is all stories of home, front or back. So there's some product. This was a set of like Project Lifestyle cards that actually Becky Higgins released. She did a mini album of her house and she named it Stories of Home. I had been doing house tours in my albums already for a couple years. So then I just adapted the name Stories of Home, and now I do Stories of Home every single year. So again, we have the living room. Now this one is like, here's like more of the living room. Like this is just living room. And then you turn it, and then like here's the kitchen and then the bedroom. I didn't do the laundry room this year. And then I also was documenting some things that needed to be fixed. Some holes that maybe we were patching, or painting that needed to be done, or the way the furniture was arranged. And so that was 2015. I loved doing this insert and having like certain product or like cards that I would use. And so after this year, I believe the following year, I created my own product for Stories of Home. So that was 2015. And you can see the progression. Next, we have 2016. Let me just make sure that's right. Yeah. So this is 2016. And this is the year that I started creating product for Stories of Home. So this year I created these cards here. And when you're a part of my membership group, you get those for free. So this was a free download. It's still in my membership group. So there's still access to these. I know that's my address. It's totally fine. I'm not worried about it. So I created these, and then you can see, again, it's an insert. So I have pictures of the living room. The house was arranged differently, so I love seeing that. I love seeing this peek into our kitchen because all of our stuff is different now. Like we have a different refrigerator, our stove is different, like it's different. Also the colors are different, so we no longer have that green wall anymore. I did a picture looking into the bathroom so you can see that our bathroom is still the same. It was decorated like more of like when the kids were little. We had like an animal theme in there. And then our table is totally different. We don't have this hutch anymore. It's so funny to see this here. Our kitchen is much more open now. We have a different backsplash. So you see, I didn't even do any of the bedrooms this year. I just did the living room and the kitchen. So that was Stories of Home in 2016. I loved this product that I did for those cards. It worked perfectly. Okay, for 2017, I did an insert. I created this product. So the cards, I did a yellow and black theme. And this is Stories of Home. And then I used a specific set of pattern paper. So we have outside, this is like looking from our porch. And then inside you see we have a different TV. Our house is set up different. We still have that same kitchen table, but then also you can see here that this is the laundry piled up on the kitchen table. So I'm not great at doing laundry. I really hate laundry. It's the one household chore that I really hate. I'll do anything else, but I really hate laundry. And then I have this little sticker here that says story of my life, because of course with kids, you know, it's like you're always doing laundry. But also I really like having like the clothes piled on the paper on the table, the basket. Like we don't have that basket anymore for laundry. Like, but I remember this basket particularly, like I remember when all of the kids' as like their baby clothes were like in this basket. So there are pieces of this that are so amazing to look back on and like to remember. And they were such a big part, you know, that laundry basket when my kids were really little, when they were baby and toddlers, like it was always full of clothes. And it's not like that, you know, so much anymore. I also created a die cut. So I used my Cricut to do this die cut. We have some other products here. And then I did the living room, the kitchen, I did the laundry room. This right here are my husband's sweats over the back of the couch. Who has a husband that does that, or kids that do that? It's like the sweats, the coat, the shirt, something is always, he always does this. And in the beginning of our marriage, it drove me crazy. And now I'm just like, it's our life. True story. It happens. I don't even think about it anymore. I just pick it up and take it to the bedroom. So it just was funny. Like I took a photo of that, and then the backside, there was one of Andrew's toys, one of his Transformers in the pantry. The girls' room, crazy, a disaster. I didn't clean it up to take the photo. Like their room does not even look like this anymore. Not even close to this anymore, which is so funny. I remember when it used to look like this, but it doesn't look like this anymore. And so it's fun to see all of their stuff out, and Violet's playing in the back there, but I love the Transformer in the pantry. I just love that. So this was 2017 again. And you can see I start to expand a little bit where I'm like doing more than just one layout. I really start to like get into this and really love it. So 2016 or 17. So this one, before I show you this one is, you're going to be shocked. This is 2018 and it was a major, major fail. Okay. So it starts out and you think that it's so exciting, right? So I got this aerial shot of our house. I had a friend that came and visited, and her husband had like a drone, and he was showing the kids and he was flying it around, and he came back inside and he was like, hey, I snapped a couple photos. Do you want them? Do you want me to send them to you? And I was like, yes. And immediately I was like, I'm going to use that for Stories of Home. And it's so fun because If you can get a photo like this, oh, you should get it and put it in your Project Life album, because our house looks totally different now. It is completely and totally, the outside of it is so different now. And I love this photo. And this to me is what Project Life is all about. Having an album like this where you are recording everyday moments it's so rewarding to look back on. So you think like, okay, this is gonna start Stories of Home. It's gonna be so amazing. I'd been doing this for a few years. I had such a good idea, and wait for it. Ta-da! Stories of Home, 2018. There's nothing. This is so sad. Okay, so you can see I had some traditional layouts, and then I had 2 pocketed layouts. You see all my sticky notes? Outside photos. I bet I still have these photos. I just didn't get them in here. I should look. I had spots for them. All the changes in our home. So there's a sticky note here. Kayla and Violet's room, Andrew's room, living room, kitchen, dining room. The master bedroom, all the changes, more outside, the back, or my office. I did this beautiful, I love this with the sticker home. This is a wood veneer piece I had gotten. This was like, I really should look to see. I bet I have the photos. I just never got them in here. But how sad, what a fail, right? I'll do that. I'm going to make a note to like go back and look to see if I could print them out at home. But I did the, Allie Edwards had a home kit. Like her kit for the month was like home, all the home things. So it's like says Stories of Home, Life at Home, Around the House. And you see I have sticky notes in here. My albums are far from perfect. Look, me and Esau at breakfast. Like, I don't even know what that like was. Oh, when I should take this out because I don't like them anymore. But see, when like Harry and Meghan got married, I had a spread in there. Kayla with her ears pierced. Church. Oh, that's Mike. Where is that? Oh, I forgot that we went to that church for a little bit. Oh, how fun that I have this photo. See? I just love this, having these memories. I just love it. I can't encourage you enough to do a Project Life album. It can be as simple as you want. This week, snap some photos of your home. Like, do you see, like, it doesn't have to be perfect. Like, I'm even going to take all these out. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it's just, having all of this is amazing. Okay, so let's keep on with Stories of Home because they get really good after this. So this was 2018. Totally am missing an album because I can tell on my shelf when I put them back. I'm totally missing one in the 2012 realm. Okay, this is 2019, and I did more of the style of how I remembered. In fact, this year is the year I tried to find the original post that I had seen many years before, and I could never find it. So I did that same idea where I just put them here, and then I did down the middle. And then I did create this product as well. So I did the living room, the kitchen, bathroom, bedroom, and I did some quote cards. And then this was right. The reason that this is so simple is this was right when COVID was starting to happen. In fact, this album is pretty, right? 2019. Oh no, maybe this was the year before COVID. Yeah, this must have been the year before COVID. The office, we had changed around the office. Oh yeah. Yep, this was before COVID, the year before COVID. Those were pastors of our church. Yeah, okay, so let me go back to Stories of Home. I'm getting distracted. I always get distracted when I look at my albums. Where was it? Did I do it in April? Hello?
Is this Katina?
Yes, so you can see I also missed a photo here. And then here's the girls' room. Oh, and Violet's bed. I just love this. I cannot tell you how much I love these albums. And I wanted to show you, like, look at this photo. These were shoes that I got that I was just so... I just thought they were the prettiest shoes. I'm not a fashion kind of person. I don't dress all that great. I don't, you know, but like shoes, I just was like, this is it. Like I can dress up my outfits with these shoes. I was so excited. So you just see like, they're just such little moments, the clouds, the crazy weather we were having, the church, building that we were helping with. I don't know. So that is, let's see, this is 2019. So let's take a look at 2020. I'm telling you, I'm still missing an album, which I don't know how that's possible. Okay, for 2020, this one was a fun one. And again, I was able to design some product for my membership group. I designed this house and then we were able to cut it out on a die cut machine. I was able to provide that SVG and then I put it on a window sheet. And then we have an outside. So it starts over here. We were redoing my office, and this was the year COVID started. We were rearranging my office and doing some work in it. And then we have a picture of the outside. And then this was fun. So these were just snapshots and I overlapped them and did that as like an intro kind of page. I love this. And then more of the office. And I think that's it. I think the main focus of Stories of Home this year was all the work we were doing in my office because it was such a major project. I mean, it took almost an entire month. And so I just have these snapshots of the way the kitchen looked. We had our new table, but we didn't have new chairs yet. So I really love this. I love looking back at the office, all the work that we did. This was like before we did the big rearrange and then redoing it. So that was Stories of Home in 2020. And obviously it was really crazy because of COVID and everything that was happening with that. So that was 2020. This is 2021. I cannot believe I'm still missing an album. I don't understand where this album has gone. How is this possible? Okay, so 2021, this one was a really fun Stories of Home for this year. So I have Stories of Home, and then you open it up and there is... Oh, this was really fun. Okay, this is a Garth Brooks song, and it is, if you're a country music fan, then you will know it. It's called Working on a Full House. We're two of a kind working on a full house. I heard this around the time I was getting ready to do Stories of Home, and I was like, that is such a perfect song for Stories of Home. So, I love that. So I did this page here with the Stories of Home. It opens up, it has those song lyrics, and then I did this really large photo. If you have not seen my video from last week where I talk about how I edit my photos and I use the Project Life app, that is where I talk about how I do these larger photos. I had this printed at 12 by 12 and then I cut it up to put it in this pocket, and then I did some journaling on here, and this photo was taken right outside my office. So like looking right outside my office into the sunset. There's not a filter on this sunset. This is just how beautiful it was. And I wanted to cut it up so it would look like you were looking out the window of my house, because when I was looking out the window this particular day, I saw this sunset and thought it was beautiful. So I stepped out on my porch, took the photo, and then I thought it would be so cool to have this as the start of my Stories of Home for this year, as if you're looking out the window, looking from the inside out. So that's what I did here. And then this was probably my favorite, one of my favorite ways that I ever did stories of home. So there is a photo of each of the rooms. So we have the living room, the dining room, the bathroom, our bedroom, the kitchen, the laundry room, the girls' room, and Andrew's room. The only room that's not photographed here is my office. And I have my office documented in other places. So I didn't really feel like I needed to do that. So you have all of those. And then this is the fun part. You flip this up. It has, let me flip this one up. It has some text of the room, or what, you know, the description of the room or whatever it is. And then there's other photos of that room. So this was, we had changed around our bathroom and had updated it. And so it's the shower curtain and the shelves and the decor on there, you can see. And then like same thing, like our bedroom, you flip it up, and then there's other pictures of our room in here. And I did like the pillow on the bed, my essential oils, my jewelry container, and then like same thing with the dining room. I have like looking into my office because my office is right off of the dining room. One from farther away, some decor looking back towards the bathroom. I just love the doing these flipped up like this was so fun. And I did that for each of the rooms. So over here, all of these flip up as well. The girls' room, Andrew's room. I think this is the first stories of home that featured like Andrew's room in a real capacity, because for a while his room really wasn't a room, sort of. So this was stories of home for 2021. This is the year, or around this time, I started doing monthly documenting instead of weekly. So this was 2021. This was last year, 2022. And y'all, I'm still a little freaked out that I'm missing an album. I do not know how this is possible. So this one was really fun. This was more product that I designed. It is also the last time we saw my uncle, Brian, who passed away this year. That makes me really sad. Okay, so here is Stories of Home, and I designed this die cut, and everybody in my membership, if they wanted this die cut, I did it with their last name in it. And so all they had to do was let me know that they wanted a die cut, and I designed it with their last name and then got it to them. So I did mine, I cut mine really big on my big die cut machine. And I added, the flower got ripped right there, but I added this pattern paper was so perfect. It had these like houses on it. So I added this over the top of that. It says around here, stories from right now. And then you flip this open. Oh, how amazing is this? I love it. So then here is a large photo of the outside of our house, our huge walnut tree in the front yard. And then in each one of these pockets are different pieces of our house. And so I also designed this. It says, in this house we, and then there's a heart in the middle. And so here's the laundry room, a mess. Here's, in this house we have popcorn. There's some journaling that can be right on that. In this house. So it was just really a fun way to document stories from our home. And then if you flip it over on the back, there was some photos from the outside. So you can see it's not always the same thing, like you're taking a photo of the living room every single time. Now there's many albums that I do that where you see the evolution of our living room, our kitchen, that kind of thing, which is really cool. But the other cool aspect is seeing the little details of your home throughout the years. Also, I think if you've moved, like I really am sad that I don't have photos of the first house we lived in. I documented differently back then. I only documented events. So I documented birthdays and holidays, and I didn't document everyday moments. And so there's a whole bunch of things from the first couple years of our lives that I don't have photos for, that I wish that I did, because just the way I thought about memory keeping was so different. So I wanted to show you all of these and walk down memory lane and lose one of my albums, apparently. It's haunting me. My album wall is staring at me with a hole where an album should be, and I don't know where it's at. I wanted to take a walk down memory lane and show you this, because this is the month that we are doing Stories of Home in my membership group. My membership group is $14.99 a month. You can join if you would like. It's always linked below. It is memory keeping focused. So we do all kinds of memory keeping items in that group. I do 2 projects a week that are exclusive to that group. I just shared my one little word album and my feelings about that and walking through that. And then we have a workshop that takes place towards the end of every month. It is 2 double-sided traditional layouts. I provide a video and a PDF for those, and then I also normally share 2 other layouts that give you inspiration. They're not included in the PDF or the video, but I show photos of them, and so you can get more ideas. We do Stories of Home. I already have product designed for this year. I am really excited about it. You will see the finished layout, of course, when I share it in September's, like it'll be part of September's layouts. But the other thing that we do in that group is it's also very helpful if you are doing memory keeping and you need one-on-one help or you need ideas. We just had a member that needed some real help with a situation she was going through in her life, and she needed advice on how to approach it from a documenting style, and it was a personal matter, and she felt more comfortable sharing it in that group. She shared it with everybody, but of course I'm there to be your documenting coach. If you need private help, if you're like, hey, I don't know how to tackle this, I don't want everybody to know, but I need some help, that is what I'm there for. We also have an entire website where everything is there. So all of the past stuff I've done, if you sign up today, you have access to all of that, all of the workshops I've done and all of that. So if you are looking for a way to support me, to support this channel, that is an awesome way to do it. I host it, so I don't do it through YouTube. I don't do it through Patreon or Teachable or those types of websites, because they take a percentage of what you get paid. So like YouTube takes 30% of what you make. At least it did when I was looking into doing a membership here on YouTube. They take 30% of what you earn, which is crazy. So I just do it myself. I host it on a website. We have a Facebook group. You also do not have to, if you are not on Facebook, I know a lot of people do not like Facebook. They're not on Facebook. I'm not on there a ton. If you have a fake name that you sign up with Facebook, all you have to do is let me know and I'll get you into the group, because I totally get it. I'm not a huge fan of Facebook either. It's just the easiest place for us to have a group for everything to filter through. So anyways, thank you so much for checking out this video. I know it was a very long chatty video. If you've made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. And if you could give this video a thumbs up, YouTube will be nice to me, which is always wonderful. And then I will catch you next week when we drop in our June photos. That's what I will be working on next week. If you have any questions, let me know, and I will catch you in my next video. I hope you all have a wonderful day.